Manson Meekins of Avon talks about sail-skiffs and fishing nets. Amy Glass interviewed Mr. Meekins in 1988 for the Southern Oral History program. The Outer Banks Community Foundation provided funds to digitize the original recording.
There's so many things that have changed and transpired in my life around here that is not in existence today, but one thing which I enjoyed a great deal when I was growing up was most of the people fished. I'd say most of them fished. They fished set nets, mostly gill nets, which they take out and put down a stake out in the sound, tie their nets to it, and maybe they'd set 10 or 15 nets. And they stay by them at night and fish their nets about 10 o'clock to keep the fish from rotting, spoiling, keep the crabs from eating them up. And all during the morning hours, about just after daylight, you see them coming in with their sailboats, sail-skiffs. And most all those skiffs were built on a common pattern. They had a mast that you stepped yourself. You took your sail wrapped around your mast, take it out, weight it out to your skiff, step the mast, unfurl the sail. It was a triangular shaped sail, some of them, but most of them was what they call a sprit sail. A sprit, which is a long pole that ran from the foot of the mast near the boat's seat, you might say, up at an angle which pushed maybe the clew, you might call it, some part of the sail way up where the wind would catch it. That was the typical rig with one jib up in front. A jib. It's a triangular little sail up in front of the boat. It ran from the mast forward where the mainsail ran from the mast aft. And for ballast, they had bags of sand. When it was blowing hard, and they'll run inside too, they shift the sandbag over to the high side to keep the boat more on even keel. And there was a couple of rigs where about 3 men would go out during the day, what they call hauling. Instead of setting at night, they would haul. They'd take this net out about 300 or 400 yards and run it out into the little gullies and sloughs and stuff and pull it up on the shore and scoop up fish. That was called hauling. One of my uncles did that for many years. And then they have pound nets, which are fish weirs or traps set out in the sound, where they have these long stationary lead nets which fish follow along the lead and become entrapped into the weirs. And they go fish those every day, or depending on the wind, like now it's been blowing a gale for 3 days, they probably haven't fished their nets. And back in the older days, there was a few of those rigs around, and they catch a lot of shad, particularly in the spring. The shad fish was very popular. And then they would catch butterfish and trout, mackerel, and croakers. In the old days, croakers wouldn't bring but about a cent a pound, or spot fish about 2 or 3 cents a pound.